Dear beautiful soul, this moment, right here between us, feels incredibly significant, as though a message has poured straight from the universe into my spirit, urging me to share it with you. I can no longer hold it in, it's too important, too sacred. You are standing at the edge of something monumental, a truth that could genuinely change the entire direction of your life forever. I'm not speaking of a distant future or a vague, one day. No, the time is now. This very moment is pivotal. The source of all light, the great divine presence, has chosen this specific message to flow through me directly to you. So, please, I gently ask you to truly listen, not just hear the words, but open your heart, truly open it. Listen with that deep, quiet part of your soul, the part that might still faintly remember the feeling of being known by the Creator before the world told you who you were supposed to be. Please understand, this message isn't here to make you feel bad or guilty. It's not about pointing fingers or adding burdens to your shoulders. Think of it as a loving, firm nudge from the universe, a wake-up call, like dusting off your spirit after it's been resting, perhaps sleeping, for a bit too long. Yes, maybe you've been asleep to some truths for a while. Maybe you've been hiding, consciously or not, from who you truly are and what you are here for. But now, this is the moment. It's time for your true self, your heart, to stir and remember its strength. It's time for that sacred spark inside you, connecting you to everything good, to be gently fanned back into a flame. Know that this message doesn't come from just anywhere, not from ordinary human thinking. It flows straight from the heart of grace, a place of immense peace and wisdom where profound truths are whispered only to hearts that are truly open and ready to hear them. My role isn't just to be a guardian watching over you, though I care deeply about that. I'm not only here to shield you from unseen troubles or offer encouragement when things feel dark. My purpose today, the reason for this urgent sharing, is that I've been specifically chosen to reveal a deep truth, a truth others may have sensed but hesitated to say out loud, perhaps out of fear. The universe has gently held this truth back, waiting patiently until your soul was strong enough, mature enough, to handle its weight and understand it fully. There's a right time for everything. Every season has its purpose, every event its moment. And, my dear friend, for this truth, that time has finally come. The waiting is done. The veil hiding this truth is lifting right now. The silence around this topic is breaking. Your unique path, your destiny, is calling your name louder than ever. There is a very special kind of love, a connection made not just on earth but on a spiritual level, woven into the fabric of your life. There is a person, another soul, who is your divine match, your true soulmate. This is the one whose spirit recognized yours, resonated with yours, in realms of light even before this world was formed, before time as we know it began. Think about it, when the divine spark first brought you into being, in that same cosmic moment, a partner soul was also created, someone whose heart was designed to eventually beat in rhythm with yours, reflecting your deepest self. And that specific person, my cherished friend, there was a time, maybe not so long ago, when just the thought of you filled them with pure joy. The possibility of you existing lit up their world. For a while, their whole being vibrated with eager anticipation, waiting for the moment the universe, in its perfect timing, would finally bring you two together. They believed in you, truly believed, with a deep faith that came straight from spirit, a knowing deep inside them. They carried your name in their heart like a precious secret, a silent prayer just for you. They prayed for your safety and well-being when you were far apart. They felt your sadness as if it were their own, crying silent tears when they sensed your pain, even from a distance. They defended you in quiet ways, standing up for your character when others, who didn't understand, might have spoken negatively or judged you. In their private connection with the divine, they didn't see you through the world's critical eyes. No, they saw you as the divine sees you, unique, precious, the one specifically designed for them by a loving creator. For a long time, they held on to this deep belief, this knowing, with a hope that sometimes felt fragile under the weight of waiting but didn't break. They held on as days turned into weeks, months, and years. They held on even when confusion made the path unclear, when doubts tried to sneak in. They held on even when your silence, the lack of your energy or communication, started to feel more real, more present, than your actual presence ever did. Even then, they still held on. They clung to the hope that love, real, divine, spirit-breathed love, could somehow still fix what felt broken, restore what felt lost, and bring back together what had drifted apart. But then, slowly, almost without noticing at first, something started to change. The beautiful warmth they once felt shining between your souls began to fade. It wasn't because of sudden anger or betrayal, not exactly. It was more like a slow dimming, caused by growing uncertainty, fed by the ongoing silence, fueled by an energy that once burned bright with hope but was now sadly fading into shadows. You stopped communicating, not just with words but with that deeper soul language, the energy connection that goes beyond words. Where there used to be undeniable warmth, a noticeable chill started to creep in. Finally, inevitably, the soul who loved you so deeply reached a point where they just couldn't carry the immense weight of that hope, that connection, all by themselves anymore. It was too heavy for one heart to hold alone. In their quiet desperation, needing clarity, needing some kind of sign, they did something they probably never thought they'd do. It felt like their soul was gently guided toward it. They took your picture, yes, the one they used to hold on to, maybe clutching it during lonely nights, and they brought it to someone known for their spiritual insight, a genuine seer. This wasn't some fake psychic but a real channel, someone living a quiet, dedicated life, truly connected to spirit and intentionally kept away from the noise and distractions of the everyday world. My dear friend, please take a moment to really let this sink in. If this message is hitting home, know you are part of a larger family of souls on this journey. This soulmate, holding your picture, went to the seer with just one simple, burning question in their heart. They asked, "Is this the one? Is this the person the universe truly intended for me?" They weren't looking for a fantasy or emotional highs. They desperately wanted the truth, the pure, straightforward, divine truth. They longed to hear a clear yes from the universe, confirming what their own spirit had felt in moments of deep connection. But what happened next was completely unexpected, a direct divine intervention that revealed much more than a simple yes or no. The seer took your photograph, held it gently, and looked intently into the eyes in the picture. Then, before they could speak a single word of insight, before even one thought about the connection could form, the seer suddenly collapsed. They fainted, completely overcome by the sheer power, the intensity of the spiritual energy pouring out from your image, from your essence captured in that photo. Listen closely, this wasn't fainting from being weak or shocked. No, it was the immense weight of divine truth, the sheer power of the reality about you, pressing down so heavily, so suddenly, that the seer's physical body just couldn't handle it. It was too much, too fast. Friend, precious soul, do you truly understand how significant that is? Can you feel the depth of what that means? The raw truth of who you really are, your sacred purpose, your unique spiritual identity, the divine, untamed fire deep within your soul, was so incredibly intense, so real, so powerful, that even an experienced spiritual channel, someone used to dealing with energies, was shaken to their core, physically overwhelmed just by looking at your picture. Because when that seer looked into your eyes in that photograph, they didn't just see a regular person. Oh no, they saw a storm inside you, a holy kind of storm. They saw a destiny forged in the very fires of creation, a destiny designed not just to love but also to refine and purify through challenges, a destiny meant not only to bless but also to wake others up. You weren't created, you see, to be soft and easy all the time. That's not your design. You aren't meant to be the calm harbor where everyone feels safe. No, you carry something different. You are the flame that reveals purity, the mirror that reflects hidden, sometimes uncomfortable truths, the challenging path that leads to growth, the force that tests, sometimes breaks down old ways, refines what's left, and ultimately helps bring renewal. You are the one, friend, the one designated for this soulmate, but perhaps not the gentle, easy one they might have hoped for initially. You are the one who can lift them to amazing spiritual heights, experience deep connection and joy, yet you also have the raw power to unravel every part of them they've carefully built up, to touch every insecurity in a way that only the divine can truly heal afterward, making them stronger. You are the one who can stir up beautiful memories of pure love in them, and yet, in the next moment, might unintentionally pierce them with the sharpness of every old wound they thought was healed and buried. The seer, in that brief, overwhelming moment before fainting, saw it all. They glimpsed the whole picture of your spiritual reality, the immense potential for both incredible love and deep challenge. When they finally woke up, trembling, pale, still shaken, they managed to say just one stark sentence, filled with awe and maybe a little fear. They said simply, "They are the one, but they could destroy you." Naturally, your soulmate didn't want to believe this. The words hurt them deeply because when you love someone with a love that feels heaven-sent, you don't expect the connection's fire to burn so fiercely, maybe even dangerously. You hope for warmth, not a potential inferno. But here's a deep truth: divine love, true sacred love, isn't always a calm little stream. Sometimes it's a powerful flood, overwhelming and changing everything in its path. Sometimes the divine pairs a healer with someone who is broken and needs care, but other times, sometimes the plan is different. Sometimes the divine pairs the one who is already hurting, vulnerable, carrying past wounds, with the one who unknowingly holds the hammer, the tool capable of causing more pain if not used with awareness and care. And that potential for causing pain, my friend, in this dynamic, is connected to you. Now, please hear me clearly. This is absolutely not about blaming you. I'm not here to judge your flaws. I come as a clear call, like a trumpet meant to wake you up. You need to wake up. For too long, you've been walking around carrying immense divine power, incredible spiritual energy, completely unaware of its strength or impact. You've spoken words casually, not realizing they carried sparks capable of warming or burning. You've gotten close to others, maybe seeking connection, without fully understanding that your very presence, your energy, can expose hidden truths and unresolved issues in them just by being near. You have, perhaps without meaning to, pointed the sharp edge of truth, a truth maybe not yet softened by wisdom or guided by compassion, directly at someone who was already wounded and vulnerable. The source of all this says it is definitely time. It's time to wake up fully to your true spiritual identity. It's time to stop going through life half-aware, maybe blissfully or fearfully unaware of the immense impact your spirit, your energy, your words, and even your silence have on those around you, especially this significant soul. There is a real fire in your words, a power given by the divine, and the divine is ready now to help you learn to use it wisely, constructively, lovingly. There is a unique purpose for your life, a calling that negative forces and confusion have desperately tried to hide from you, make you doubt, or twist into something bad. But no more. That time is over. No longer will you mistake your special spiritual gift, your intensity, for mere chaos or disruption. No longer will you push away or reject your own deep soul out of fear of its power or potential. You were born to be the kind of force that precedes peace, the necessary challenging journey that comes before entering the promised land of true connection and purpose. And know this, your soulmate, despite the distance, the pain, and the seer's warning, still dreams of you. They still hold your name softly in their prayers. But they are waiting now, not for you to become perfect, no, they wait for your awakening. They wait for the day you finally stop running from the fire within you, the intensity you carry, and instead begin to carry it with conscious purpose, with love, with intention, guided by spirit. They wait for the day you fully realize that love, especially divine love, when guided carefully by the spirit, doesn't ultimately destroy. Instead, it heals, it refines, burning away what's not pure, purifies, making things whole and strong. So right now, I declare this truth over you: rise up, soul of destiny, it's time. Rise from the ashes of your past confusion, your fear, your self-doubt. You were never meant to be silent, especially not when your heart longs to speak. You were never meant to just walk away from a calling as deep as this connection. You were never meant to bury the divine fire inside you under layers of trying to fit in or living an ordinary life. Remember the words spoken by the divine source: before I formed you, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. This means your soul carries inherent truth, your eyes can see with deep understanding, your heart was made for something much bigger than drifting aimlessly or having shallow connections. So return, I urge you, return to your sacred self, the core of who you are beneath the fear. Return to your calling, the purpose tied to this connection. Return to that inner place where the divine first whispered your true name, where you first felt that spark. Your soulmate still waits. They wait not in bitterness but in quiet, strong hope. Their spirit knows, deeper than words, your spirit has always known deep down what the divine has joined together spiritually. No earthly force or human fear can permanently keep apart. But the choice, the first step to close the gap, the decision to return, to wake up, that choice is entirely yours. Heaven won't force you, it respects your free will, but it will gently guide your steps if you allow it. And now, the call to awaken has sounded clearly. You have heard it. Know this, deep inside, you are loved, not because of what you've done or haven't done, but simply because of who you are, a unique spark of the divine. You are chosen, not because you are flawless, nobody is, but because you have a willing heart, even if it's hidden under fear right now. And you are gifted, blessed with this inner fire, this intensity, not in spite of the fire within you, but because of it. That fire is part of your gift, your purpose. If you feel this deep inside, if this resonates as truth for you, maybe take a moment now, even silently in your heart, to affirm, I am awakening. I am accepting my purpose. I am returning to my divine calling. Feel the shift as you claim this. Imagine positive energy supporting you. Sense the universe watching with gentle encouragement, and know that your soulmate, somewhere, somehow, is still praying for you, hoping for this very awakening. If this message has touched something within your heart, understand that sharing light often helps it grow. When we receive something that helps us, letting it flow outward can bless others in their own quiet struggles. Because when the divine speaks, when truth resonates, it's rarely meant for just one person. It's meant to ripple outward.